Hello. Hello. I'm not sure who just joined. It just says Samsung. Maybe it's Angela.
Yes, it's me.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. My name is Stephanie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have you ever
I hope I
done
did
this type of thing before, like a Zoom meeting?
Never.
It's not too bad. Just got to get over being on screen, but you don't have to even show your face if you don't want to.
Oh yeah, I'm like in my jammies, so.
Well, to be honest, I've got a nice top on, but I've got my PJ pants on the bottom. Might as well be comfortable.
Yep, getting comfortable.
So, all right. Well, I was getting ready to get started because I'm going to record this. Actually, I think I'm recording myself right now. And then back to the thing here. All right. So I'll go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to share just a little bit of information with you that is about getting healthy, making positive changes in your life, making better choices in the foods that you eat. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living plan. And this is a program that's definitely life-changing. I've done this plan a couple of times now, and it's helped myself as well as thousands of others. And so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about that plan. And I think you're going to be really surprised at how affordable Arbonne is, especially because we have high-end formulations that are based on European standards, but it doesn't feel like you're having to pay these crazy prices. And I just want you to kind of watch what I'm doing tonight. I mean, I have my notes right in front of me, and all I'm doing is sharing something that I'm passionate about, that I'm excited about. And, if you're interested in an extra stream of income, then I can definitely give you more information. And then if you're not interested in making money through something like this, then, you might be interested in shopping and saving. So, of course, I'll share a little bit of information about our preferred client program, and I'll do that towards the end. And, of course, you can ask any questions that you might have about that. And so here for the first minute, I'm just going to tell you a little snippet about who I am so you can get to know me a little bit better and see kind of why I love sharing this information. So I have used Arbonne's products for the last 9 years. My sister-in-law actually introduced me to the products, and I was someone who has always struggled with dry skin, sensitive skin, just having trouble finding products that really worked for me. And so when she shared the products, I was immediately just sold, because after just a couple of days, I noticed a huge difference on my skin. And I loved the ingredient policy too, which I'll get into that here in a little bit. I just love the fact that the products were pure and safe, and I didn't have to worry about harmful ingredients or anything like that. And then as I got to learn more about the company, I just decided, you know what, this is something that I want to be a part of. I want to help other people become healthier, and I want to help them build businesses and have their own goals and, be accomplishing things that are just a little bit unique compared to maybe a more common career. My background is in education. I've taught elementary education, and then I've also worked at a university in the residence life department. And both of those were super fun, but we started having children, and I just wanted to have more flexibility and be there for the kids. And so I wanted to, find something that I could be flexible and be home for the kids, but also still have, something over here that I'm building towards, and I'm, meeting these goals, and I'm helping my family financially. And so Arbonne was the perfect fit for that. And so, I'm always looking for people who are like-minded, who are motivated, and they have a desire to help other people. That's always the number one thing, is that, I love helping others, and most of us want to be able to help others. And so this is just a super easy, fun way to be able to do that. All right, so what is this Healthy Living program all about anyway? So what this is a 30-day program to help you jumpstart a healthy lifestyle. So this is not a fad diet. It's not a rapid weight loss program or anything like that. You don't have to count points. You don't have to count calories or anything like that. This is just a way to jumpstart that healthy lifestyle and teach you things along the way. So if you think of it like a car, we want to be able to change the oil in our car to keep that car running longer and to have it run smoother and things like that. So this is what we must do for our bodies. We must detox our bodies. And so the common thinking is if I lose weight, then I will be healthy, when in reality, if you get healthy first, then the weight will take care of itself. The weight will literally melt away as you are building up your health internally and externally. So this program is going to reveal foods to you that are sabotaging your health. And we will reprogram your body to efficiently remove toxins, to reset your metabolism, to reduce food cravings. It even will help the appearance of your skin. It's going to renew your skin, which is totally an added bonus. When you get started on our program, we're going to add you to a private Facebook group. And this group is awesome because it's filled with others who are along the same journey as you are. You're going to get access to grocery shopping lists, 4 weeks worth of meal plans, encouragement, tips, education, tons of stuff. And so those are just kind of extra things that are included in our program. And when we talk about benefits of the program, weight loss is a huge benefit. It's why most people jump on board. And the average woman on this program will lose between 7 and 12 pounds. The first time I did the program, I lost 8 pounds. So I was kind of right there in that ballpark. And then men on average, lose about 15 pounds. I'm not sure why they have slightly higher results, but regardless, great results for both women and men. This program is for anybody. You're going to have an increase in your energy and your focus. You know, a lot of us struggle with like that brain fog, and we don't know why half the time, but you're going to experience an improvement in that. You're going to be able to reset your metabolism, have a decrease in your sugar cravings, your carb cravings. We're going to flush toxins. We're going to cause the release of trapped fat that's in your body, and we're going to help remove the physical signs of toxicity in your body, which we'll go into that here in a second. You can have improved sleep, elimination of poor concentration, that brain fog that I mentioned, possibility of decreasing joint pain and other aches that our bodies have. And then, of course, the skin. We always typically see an improvement in skin, which is just that added, extra bonus. And so you might ask yourself, well, why is it that anyone needs to detox? And if you take a look at the screen here, there are obviously dozens of symptoms on the screen, and these are all physical signs of toxicity in the body. So just to kind of pull out a few of them, you see bloating, indigestion, joint pain is on there, acid reflux, a lot of people suffer with that one, acne, which even adults, still sometimes suffer with the acne, blood sugar problems, headaches, inability to lose weight, mood swings. And one thing that's on there that I think is really interesting is even depression. That sometimes can be linked with, how we're fueling our body, how we're feeding our body. And so there can be improvements in that area as well. All right, so what are toxins? We hear that word, but do we really understand what that word means? And so a toxin is anything that your body cannot use as energy. So toxins come from the food that we eat. They come from just the environment. Like if you think of pollution, they come from our skincare, our hair care products. And so virtually anything that you put in your body or on your body, if it's not helping your body, then it's considered a toxin and it's harming your body. So typically with weight loss programs, we hit a plateau. And the reason that happens is because our body has not been able to eliminate enough of the toxins. Our body can eliminate toxins, but because we basically overload it, it can't eliminate enough of the toxins. And so we hit a plateau. When you're in toxic overload, your fat cells end up surrounding those toxins, which this is actually a really cool thing, but our fat cells surround those toxins, and typically they're stored, so everyone is different. Sometimes they're stored in our midsection. A lot of women have that problem, men too, of course, but sometimes it's our hips, just different areas of our body. And the reason that's happening is because the fat cells are grabbing onto those toxins to protect the other organs in our body. So that's awesome. However, we end up seeing that in our physical body. So if you decrease that toxic load and detoxify, then those toxins will go away, and then the fat cells have no reason for being there. And so you're able to literally shrink those fat cells when the toxins are eliminated. So it's a really cool thing to kind of start learning about. All right, so I love this graphic because sometimes we just need to be able to look at a picture to kind of really understand how this all works. So the person in figure 1, they decided to diet, exercise, watch their calories because they wanted to lose weight. But they didn't get rid of the toxins, which are all of the little colorful dots that you see on their body. And so if you look at figure 2, they had lost weight, but they're actually more toxic than they were to begin with. And once again, that's because those fat cells were triggered to protect the vital organs. So those fat cells latched onto those toxins, and then of course, the toxins have not been eliminated. And so they have more toxins than even in the first picture. And then of course, the results of that is rebounding. We typically gain weight back. But cellular cleansing, if you take a look at figure number 3 there, it removes toxins from the body and it creates lean muscle and it melts away all of the excess fat. And so maintaining that nutritional balance is really key to creating, lean muscle and a lean body, while cleansing manages those toxins. And so it's kind of taking it a step further so that we can break through that plateau and really take care of our health from the inside out. All right, I love this next picture here. It's an analogy, and we have used the bathtub to kind of help explain it. So the liver is our primary detoxifying organ, which most people, they kind of know that, but they don't really get how it works. And so that's why I love this illustration, because it just really makes it clear. So the faucet is on, and it's bringing toxins into the body. So the tub is our body, the water, the faucet is on, the water coming from that faucet are the toxins. So if the drain is clogged, however, which the drain is our liver, so if our liver is not, being taken care of properly, then the tub's going to gradually fill up. And as you can see from the picture, it's going to spill over the sides. So what does that actually look like? Well, that looks like inflammation, that looks like autoimmune disease, different diseases, high blood pressure, irritable bowel syndrome, migraines, headaches, body aches, all kinds of actual physical symptoms. So what we should do is unclog the bathtub, but what most people do is they just grab a mop and they just kind of, clean it up. They don't really take care of the actual problem. And so what that looks like, just cleaning it up, mopping it up, sometimes for some people actually means prescription medications or, other physical problems that just never go away. And so our program teaches us to turn down the faucet by reducing those toxins, and then we're able to unclog that drain so that everything is flowing as smoothly as possible. And that's, how you detoxify the liver. And that's what our program focuses on. So eating clean foods, fuel versus toxins. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to eat clean, what that looks like, what that means. And so with our program, for 30 days, we remove certain foods that may be causing negative effects on our body. So how to support your elimination organs and effectively remove those toxins from your body is another thing that we're going to learn on this program. We're also going to learn how to balance our pH and our blood sugar levels, because anytime our blood sugar is altered, then your health is definitely unbalanced. We're going to learn how to increase our nutritional uptake, because anything that you put in your body needs to be absorbed by your body. And so learning what foods definitely best fuel your body is key. And then we're also going to learn a little bit about how to reincorporate those foods back in after the 30 days are through. Okay, so what this looks like is focusing on eating real food. So like I said, anything that we eat needs to be able to build healthy cells in our body. So not all foods are able to do that. And anything that we eat that might be processed, for example, just anything that's bad for us, it's a little harsh to say, but it's poison for our body. And so our body can't use it. And so that's why we end up with health issues or extra weight that, we don't want, things like that. So on our program, you are going to be able to have lots of things. And just a couple of those things are grass-fed beef without the antibiotics, without the hormones. free-range chicken or turkey that are not fed grains or hormones or antibiotics, eggs that are cage-free, wild caught fish, so salmon is a great example of that. And you don't want the farm raised fish. We want the wild caught fish, which is definitely, you can buy that. I can give you resources. Organic fruits and vegetables, healthy complex carbohydrates like brown rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes, healthy fats such as olive oil, coconut oil, avocados, almond butter. All of those are wonderful things to include while you're on the plan. And then we're going to remove foods that don't serve us. And so that means we're going to eliminate acidic foods, allergenic foods, and addictive foods. And many of the common foods that we eat have negative effects on our body, and we basically chalk it up as being normal. We're used to feeling a certain way. And that's definitely one of the biggest takeaways I can personally say I got from this program is I didn't realize how great I could actually feel. I thought I felt great. I thought I felt okay for the most part. I mean, there were moments, of course, after eating certain things where you're just, you really feel it. But after this plan, the first time I did it, I was just so amazed at, how much better I felt as a whole, more energy, less brain fog, just felt like a new person. It was really cool. A lot of our foods, like we don't realize it, but they actually cause, drainage issues like through our nose, stuffy nose, allergies, bloating, gas. Who wants any of that? Not very many people do. And the foods that you crave, most likely those are the ones that are actually causing the most negative effects on your body. And so, this program helps eliminate those cravings for sure. So we're going to get a little bit more specific here with some of the things that we eliminate for those 30 days. And I'm going to explain each one and, why we choose to eliminate it for those 30 days. So the first one there you can see is refined sugar. And the intake of sugar causes the body to be in a continual acidic state. We don't want our bodies to be in an acidic state. We want our bodies to be in the alkaline state. So sugar leaches the body of vitamins, minerals. It even can cause wrinkles, which we don't want that, of course, no more than necessary. Sugar increases our insulin, and then insulin increases the fat storage. So refined sugar is not great for us at all. Artificial sweeteners, they're not any better. And the reason why they're not any better is because they're not real. So our body literally does not know how to process them. And of course, one of the big names for the artificial sweeteners is aspartame. And it's poison. It really is. It's a known neurotoxin in our brain. And unfortunately, there are over about 90 medical issues that are directly linked to aspartame. And some of those include just headaches, migraines, seizures, joint pains, depression, fibromyalgia. There's a ton of them that have, studies have been done, and they're definitely linked to the consuming of the aspartame. So like I said, our body has zero idea how to process it, or anything fake for that matter. And what's interesting about it is Diet Coke drinkers, in most cases, actually weigh more than regular Coke drinkers. And so the best alternative is natural plant-based stevia. And thankfully, we use that in all of our products. And so our body, because it's plant-based, totally knows how to process it and how to use it in the best way. Next is processed foods. So these are foods that are packaged in boxes. They contain a ton of preservatives, a ton of additives, and basically kind of one of the best rules to kind of go by is the less ingredients in something, the better. Dairy is another one that's highly allergenic for a lot of people. It's highly acidic also for our bodies. It causes bloating and gas and belly pain. People drink milk typically for the calcium. However, there's actually very little calcium in milk nowadays. It's processed completely different than it used to be. And nowadays it's made up of sugar and hormones and antibiotics. and only 30% of that calcium in milk is actually able to be absorbed by the body anyway. So a great alternative for cow's milk dairy is almond milk, or there's also coconut milk. And there's even a new one out that I saw recently that was almond milk and coconut milk blend, and it's really good. So almond milk actually has 2 times the calcium compared to milk, and even compared to spinach, which the leafy greens, those are really great for calcium. But almond milk does actually have twice as much calcium as spinach. So that's just kind of an interesting little fact. And the almond milk, it's fabulous. It tastes amazing in our protein shakes. It makes them, a little bit almost like a milkshake. So it's a really great thing to use with the protein shakes. And whey is on there. So whey is not great because it is a byproduct of the dairy industry. And so it's used a lot of times, though, because it's the most common and the most cheapest form of protein that is available. And it's, thought to help build muscle, but it's actually very difficult for our bodies to digest it and to use it in the best way. It's linked to some digestive diseases, and it's also highly processed. It's highly acidic. And actually the Mayo Clinic said that whey protein could cause abnormal heart rhythm, changes in cholesterol levels, headache, increased diabetes risk, constipation, cramps, gas, and it actually could even create more thirst. So that's not helping anybody. Vegan protein is definitely a more effective protein. It's more helpful for building lean muscle. It's just a much healthier option. And the protein that we use in our shakes is vegan. It's pea protein, cranberry, and brown rice protein. And it has a complete amino acid profile, which means that it's going to help with muscle building and body building way better than anything else, because it's real ingredients. Our body recognizes it and can process it in the best way. So gluten is another thing that we stay away from for the 30 days. And it's a sticky protein that is found in our wheat products. It is estimated that 50% of our population actually have some sort of intolerance to gluten, and it's difficult to digest. It causes bloating, and you see a lot of people, like even the lady in that picture, that have the pot belly. Gluten is a lot of times linked to causing that, and it also can give you migraines, or not help, it doesn't help with symptoms if you have ADHD or asthma or things like that. It can actually make those worse. And similar to the milk, the reason that a lot of people struggle with gluten is because our bread, our grains, 100% are not processed the same way as they were even 10 years ago. So decades ago, our bread was just processed differently. And nowadays it looks different than it did in the past. And so the wheat on the market today, it's a whole new breed. It's just different, and it's crossbred, which means that they're using things that are genetically modified to make the bread. And so there is a book called Wheat Belly that's a really great read, and it says in that book that 2 slices of wheat toast can actually spike your blood sugar more than a Snickers bar. So that's pretty crazy just to even think about that. Soy is highly processed. It's 90% genetically modified. And soy is very acidic as well. It's difficult to digest. It's highly inflammatory. It's also widely used in so many different processed foods. So literally you can pick off, from the shelf, just about any box, and soy is going to be one of the ingredients. It also contains plant estrogen, which mimics the effects of female hormones. And so that's pretty crazy because it puts females, at a higher risk for more female cancers. And it's also been known to grow breasts in males, which is not good. It can actually cause men to lactate. Overall, it is just not anything our body uses at all. And so we eliminate that for those 30 days. And then last but not least, coffee and alcohol. Here's why. Coffee is very acidic. And once again, we want to create an alkaline environment in our body. And so coffee is acidic. It's going to cause you to have, great energy at first. Our energy will spike, but then you crash with coffee. It's just the reality. Most people are addicted to it. And so before the detox, it's something that they enjoy. But after the detox, and this was one of my biggest takeaways, is you actually find that you have more energy without the coffee. And once again, that's because you are not consuming something that's so acidic and filled with toxins, and you're able to use real natural caffeine, and your body just processes it better. And so I definitely experienced that. I had way more energy than I did when I used to drink coffee. And alcohol is there because it's also addictive, and it's loaded with tons of sugar. It's loaded with gluten even. And so we want to decrease our toxic load for those 30 days to really reset our liver, to reset our system. And so that's, why we eliminate the coffee and the alcohol. And there's the good news, there's lots and lots of things that we still eat, that we can eat, that are really great. And we're going to talk about that here in just a second. So before I move on, I want you to take a look at that woman. And I love her results because just like many of us, we have that little pouch on the front. And that's just a representation of our diets and what we consume. And you can see after just 7 days, she's had a huge decrease there in the front of her stomach, and she's 6 inches smaller. And then, of course, by towards the end of the program, she has lost 10 pounds. And what's more important there is that toxic overload in her body has been eliminated for the most part. You can see that there on her stomach. Now, the next slide here, this is not my favorite part, but it's me. And I want to be able to show people this was me the very first time that I did our 30-day program. And, by the end, you can see that I've definitely lost, same as that woman. A lot of the front of my belly there had, some toxic overload happening. And by the end of the program, I lost 8 pounds, and I had more energy. I felt better. I literally felt like a new person. So I loved my results. And this is, just one reason that I love sharing this program with others for sure. All right, so balancing our pH, alkaline versus acidic, you've heard me kind of throwing those words out, and I'm going to kind of break it down just a little bit more. So the foods that we consume, they're either acidic or they're alkaline. And acidic foods, they lead to inflammation. So inflammation is linked to disease. So heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, different cancers, even the wrinkles that I mentioned. Most illnesses, even bacterial infections, viral infections, most illnesses are caused because of inflammation. And so if your body is in an acidic environment, then most likely you will experience more disease. The good news is that disease cannot grow in an alkaline environment. And so what's good to remember is most acidic foods are man-made, which are processed. That means they're fake. It means, to be honest, that it's junk, and anything packaged or boxed. However, with alkaline foods, what they do is they starve the whole disease process because they create an anti-inflammatory environment. And what's really cool about this, the more I learn about this, I love it, because cancers cannot live in an alkaline environment. And sadly, all of us tend to know at least one person in our life that has either gone through cancer or is going through cancer. Currently, 41% of us have cancer. So those are scary, scary statistics. But by focusing on consuming foods that are going to build up our healthy cells, we can truly eliminate our chances of a lot of those diseases I mentioned, and especially of the cancers. So we have, 6 cells in our body. We have healthy cells. And once again, anything that you consume, it's either going to feed the healthy cells or it's going to feed the acidic or the sick cells. And so really it's just a matter of deciding, which cells do you want to feed? Do you want to feed the healthy ones or the sick ones? Fruits and vegetables, for example, are alkaline. And those are the, great examples of things that your body needs. All right, so balancing your blood sugar, why this is important. Both simple carbohydrates and sugar will spike our blood sugar. And sugar increases the insulin, and then insulin therefore increases the fat storage. When your blood sugar is high, your body is going to hold on to fat more. And so scientists have established that anything that causes a rise in our blood sugar results in inflammation. And once again, inflammation leads to diseases. So if you have a glass of orange juice for breakfast, along with a bowl of highly processed cereal, just those 2 things have maxed out your daily ideal sugar intake. So you're done for the day, technically, is what that means. And it's, anything then you consume after that that has sugar is going to create an imbalance with your blood sugars. So some tips for keeping your blood sugar balanced. If you eat every 3 to 4 hours and you avoid skipping meals and you avoid eating excessively large amounts of food, especially refined carbohydrates, then that's a great way to balance your blood sugar. If you eat whole food snacks, meals that contain protein, complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, high quality fiber and high quality fats, those are the things that are going to help you conquer the toxins in your body and the detoxifying of your liver. So during our program, those are the things to keep in mind that will help the most. And, we've talked about the heavy hitters like the gluten and the whey and the soy. And those, like I said, are the things that are eliminated for 30 days. And like I said, we give a guide to, that gives you tips and education, that gives you meal plans and shopping lists and all of that. Like, it really is easy to follow, and we coach you along the way. And so what we're doing with the program is we're replacing and supplementing and supporting your journey with Arbonne products as well as with real food. And so I'm going to show you how you can save both time and money by choosing Arbonne nutrition. So by replacing some of your meals with Arbonne protein shakes, it's actually cheaper than grocery shopping. And I didn't think that was actually going to be true. But when I first did the program, because I had my plan, my grocery list was set out, my meals were planned, I obviously had my products, I did actually spend less at the grocery store. So it was just a cool little, development because I had a plan in place and I was able to stick with it, and it just made life easier. And of course, it made my life healthier as well. And so I definitely, encourage you as you learn about the program tonight to kind of take it on and to join in the challenge. And you'll, I definitely believe you would have similar results to what myself, to what I've experienced and to what so many others have experienced as well. And so I'm going to take just about 2 minutes here and explain a little bit about Arbonne, the company, because you maybe have not heard of Arbonne before, and that's okay. I love sharing about our company. We are 37 years strong, and we are a health and wellness company, and we were actually the first holistic health and wellness company, meaning we have the health and wellness products, we have the skincare, we have body care, everything that you can think of. So we have a holistic approach to health, truly from the inside out. We are in the US, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Poland, Taiwan, and the really cool thing is in 2018 we are going to open in Germany. So who do you know in Germany? A lot of US military bases there. So sometimes it's actually easy to know people in Germany. So that's exciting. I love that we don't have to stock products. We don't have to deliver products. Anytime a client orders, I help them with their first order, and then literally within 3 or 4 days, their products arrive right at their front step. And we have result-oriented products, and we have a system for success that's in place. And the products, they give results. That's why, I do what I do, because I love seeing the results and helping people by using the products. So when somebody joins our company, we teach them step by step the system that's in place, how to build a business with Arbonne. And so, you're definitely set up with a great opportunity, but you're not in it by yourself. You have lots of support. All right, so why does Arbonne have an advantage? Why are we unique? Why are we a little bit different? Well, first, what separates us from other countries or other companies is simply just our strict ingredient policy. And our products are pure, safe, and beneficial. So everything that's put into those products has a reason for being there, has a purpose, has a benefit to us in some way. Our products are botanically based, which means they're plant-based. So our body knows what to do with the ingredients. We are also free of harmful ingredients, and we're also vegan certified. And our nutrition products, our health and wellness products, are gluten-free, and that's a certification that we have. We are certified low glycemic index, so you don't have to worry about, blood sugars being altered once again. They're stabilized. We are certified non-GMO, which is, genetically modified organisms. We don't use any of those. We don't use artificial flavors or colorings or sweeteners. We don't do cholesterol, trans fat, or saturated fats. No dairy or soy or whey is used in our products. No animal products or byproducts. We also don't test on animals, which is really important to a lot of people. And our products are alkaline forming, which we talked about how disease cannot live in an alkaline environment. And so all of our products make sure that our body stays in that alkaline environment. All right, so if you take a look here on the screen, these are some of the products that I've kind of, mentioned, and I'm going to just take another minute here to kind of quickly go over them. So if you look in the back, the two big bags, those there are vanilla and chocolate Arbonne Essentials Protein Powder. And this powder is awesome because, like I mentioned, it's that vegan protein. So it's the brown rice, the cranberry, the pea protein. It's easily absorbable, and it's actually, those three proteins are the most absorbable on the market. Our protein has 20 grams of the vegan protein. It's very digestible, and it has a complete amino acid profile. So once again, it's great for that muscle building. It has 20 essential vitamins and minerals and 13 grams of complex carbs, which keeps you fuller longer. So you're not going to feel, very hungry after obviously having a shake, and it helps keep you fuller longer. It can be used as a complete meal replacement, or it can also be used as a recovery shake. So if you go and exercise, then just by adding a few things, some fruits and veggies, it's a great recovery shake. Dr. Oz actually has a really cool video out that talks about the benefits of pea protein, and he says that it helps you stay fuller longer, and it's also known to reduce cravings, which is the number one testimony that we tend to hear from people that use our protein powder. It tastes great. It's so, so good. I love both of them. I actually tend to go for the vanilla more than the chocolate, but every now and then, chocolate sounds really good, so I always have both on hand. And they mix really well with water, or the almond milk is pretty much what I like to recommend to people, but everyone is different. And we recommend 1 shake a day for weight management, or 2 shakes a day if you're definitely someone who wants to lose some weight. And you can also make protein bars, you can make protein snacks. There's even like desserts that you can make out of the protein powder. There's so many different recipes that you can use the protein powder in. So that's really cool. And then if you look in the very, very front, there are 2 little packets in the very front. One's orange and one is red. Those are our energy fizz sticks. And this is a perfect replacement for coffee or soda, or just all of those sugary drinks that sometimes we tend to go for. I definitely cannot live without these. They taste really, really good. Once again, I love both, but I really like the pomegranate one. And we have the pomegranate and the citrus. And like I said, this has really helped people kick those addictions that they might have to Diet Coke or to even coffee. I myself have mostly eliminated coffee, not completely. I enjoy it every now and then, but I end up feeling better if I use our energy fizz sticks, because I don't experience that crash that tends to come with coffee. So they're just a perfect replacement for things like that. They are... the source of caffeine in those is from guarana, which is a natural caffeine, and also green tea. And so those are both loaded with antioxidants, so that's another added benefit. And they're also alkaline forming, and they're going to promote the proper pH balance in your system. And it also will help suppress your appetite. They will help boost your metabolism, increase your energy, your focus, your alertness, your endurance, things like that. And they will help burn stored calories, and they themselves are only 13 calories, and they're super easy to use. You just mix them into a bottle of water. I also sometimes will mix it into our detox tea. If I want something warm, then I'll throw a fizz stick into our detox tea, which I have the detox tea here tonight to help my throat. But with the energy fizz sticks, you can have 1 to 3 a day. And then on the right side of your screen, the little blue box, it has the green leaf with a little bit of blue on it. That is our Digestion Plus. This product is seriously super amazing. I mean, it's brilliant. So what our Digestion Plus does is it contains prebiotics, probiotics, and 11 digestive enzymes that really help promote digestion and nutrient intake. in our gut. And so once again, our gut health is linked directly to a ton of different diseases. So if we can take care of our gut, then we're really eliminating our chances of developing certain diseases or certain physical symptoms that may come. Probiotics, of course, are the healthy bacteria that are in our gut. And what happens is we tend to kill this bacteria if we are using prescription drugs, like antibiotics and things like that. Processed foods are going to kill that healthy gut bacteria. So it has to be replaced. And so because the gut is home to 80% of our immune system, it's really important that our gut is as healthy as possible. So unless your diet is 80% raw and vegan, then we're not getting the enzymes that we need. And so this product helps give you those enzymes. The majority of our serotonin is also in our gut. And the serotonin, you've probably heard the word, that's responsible for our mood, for sexual desire, for our appetite, for our sleep patterns, our memory even. And also skin conditions can be affected by the health of our gut. So basically, the moral of the story is our gut needs to stay healthy. And so we have patented, I always struggle with this one, patented probiotic Bacillus coagulans in our Digestion Plus. And that's definitely like no other probiotic on the market. It survives our body's high temperature and the gastric juices in the stomach, and it just continues to work at building that gut health. And these packets are really cool because you can add them into your protein shake. You can add them into just a glass of water. You can literally even eat it like a pixie stick, which is, just makes it easy. Just, literally put it back like a pixie stick. So it's really convenient to have on hand. Right in the middle, you'll see our daily fiber boost. It's the smaller bag. And what's cool about our fiber boost is the average person needs 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day, when in reality, most of us get 4. So that is just crazy. That's crazy. So if you would change nothing about your diet, but if you would increase the amount of fiber that you consume, then over about a year time, they say that we would lose 9.5 pounds just by increasing our fiber, because fiber is a sponge for toxins. So it helps you to feel fuller longer. It helps keep your blood sugar balanced. And our fiber boost is odorless, it's tasteless, it's textureless. So you can even add it into like spaghetti sauce or any kind of a dressing, or, really anything. And I always just add mine into the shake, because that just, is another step that's easy to just throw into the shake. And since you don't taste it, then it's just makes it easy. And our fiber contains 12 grams of fiber, and that's almost half of what we need a day. So that's really big. Our fiber is soluble, which is the good kind of fiber. And so if you buy into that Fiber One mania, you need to know that that is insoluble fiber. And insoluble fiber is going to give you gas, possibly bloating, constipation. Nobody wants that. So with our fiber, you just simply mix 1 or 2 scoops into your protein shake, or once again, you can add it into sauces or dressings or lots of recipes. Our daily detox tea, which is down on the left-hand side, it has the orange on the box. This is a great replacement for black teas, which have tons of caffeine, for coffee, things like that. It helps regulate cholesterol. It balances the blood sugar, your blood sugars. It helps promote weight loss. And so it's a very, very gentle detox. It's not a scary detox at all. It's just a gentle detox of the liver every time you drink it. It contains milk thistle, which of course supports our liver, it supports our kidneys, it supports the GI tract. The herbs in these tea bags help flush out the toxins. And so once again, when those toxins are flushed out, fat cells are flushed out. And you can drink this hot or cold, and you can drink 1 to 3 packets a day. And like I said before, you can even add a fizz stick in, because the detox tea is decaffeinated, it has no caffeine. But in the mornings, for example, I like to have a warm beverage and, a burst of energy. So I will throw in one of my fizz sticks with my detox tea, and it's really good together. The last thing here, the little packet, it's on the right-hand side. It's right beside the Digestion Plus. It's our 7-day body cleanse. And this is if you notice, there's also a product on the right called the Greens Balance. So with our program, you can choose which one you want. And of course, we would help you make that decision. But the 7-day body cleanse is incorporated the 3rd week of the program. And it helps cleanse and detoxify the liver, the colon, our kidneys, the GI tract. And what's crazy is our intestines can hold about 5 to 25 pounds of waste. And so that's why we need to detox. That's a really scary number. And so our 7-day cleanse provides a very gentle elimination of heavy metals, of environmental toxins, things like that. And then, like I said, the Greens Balance, which is on the right-hand side of your screen, the little tub, this is a big guy. This is a great thing because our veggies, we all need more veggies. We all need more fruits. So 1 scoop of this Greens Balance is the equivalent to a serving of vegetables. And we're supposed to have 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, which is hard. That's really hard. And of course, most people don't end up meeting that. So in our Greens Balance, it's a combination of tons of good stuff. So spirulina, kale, artichoke, broccoli, spinach, alfalfa, barley grass, wheatgrass, sweet potato, pomegranate, pumpkin, mango, papaya, blueberry, flax, quinoa, so many more things. It's just packed full of all of that stuff. And so we use 37 non-GMO alkaline forming fruits and vegetables in our greens. It's loaded with the greens, the blues, the reds, the yellows. So tons of antioxidants, tons of anti-inflammatories, omega-3s, and it's just a toxin cleansing powerhouse. I love it. You can add it to water, just plain water if you want. You can put it into your fizz drink. You can even put it into your protein shake. And so it's really a great thing for, especially if someone is really busy and it's hard to fit in all those servings. You can just easily add it to something that you're already drinking. So it makes it really great. All right, so we're almost finished here, and I just want to quickly talk about our skin, of course, because our skin is our largest organ, and a lot of people, they kind of know that, but it's very easy to forget that. And so once again, with Arbonne, we have a holistic approach to health, so from the inside out. And so our skin, it's very important to take care of our skin. A lot of us tend to neglect our skin, unfortunately. And so what's really cool about this, though, is the aging process. Actually, only 10% of it is genetic. And so we have control over 90% of the aging of our skin. So what that means is, monitoring our sun exposure, choosing safe products, eating well, all of those things will help improve the appearance of our skin. And we follow the European directive for cosmetic ingredients. And the reason that that's so unique is because in Europe, they have so many, their standards are so much higher as far as the chemicals they use and the ingredients they use. And what's crazy is in Europe, they have banned over 1,200 ingredients from being used in skincare products and cosmetics. Whereas here in the US, we have only banned 10. I mean, that is just mind blowing to me. I have said that fact so many times, but it is so mind blowing. And so, I'm really, really happy that we follow the European standards. We do not use mineral oil. We do not use SD40 alcohol or parabens or artificial colors or fragrances. None of that is in our skincare products. And the artificial colors and fragrances are typically the number 1 and 2 skin irritants. And so you might buy a product, hoping to help your dry skin. But if it has a chemical fragrance to it or a chemical color to it, it's almost like hitting a wall. Like you just can't get anywhere. Our anti-aging system, which is shown here on the screen, is our number 1 selling set in our whole catalog. And I've used this set for 8 years. So since I was 25 years old, that's when I started using our anti-aging products, because it's never too early to take care of your skin. And of course, this line is pure, safe, and beneficial, and it helps with sun damage. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles. It helps with age spots, elasticity. And it's a 5-step system. So you have a cleanser, a toner, a serum, you have an eye cream, and then you have your day cream and your night cream. So depending on what time of day. And it's designed to work synergistically for maximum benefits and maximum results for your skin. And you definitely will see a difference. You will feel a difference. It's awesome. The products are very concentrated because we don't use the fillers. We don't use ingredients that don't need to be there. And so the whole set will last 3 to 6 months, which is awesome. And then, of course, in the bottom corner there, you see that little green bottle, and those are Genius resurfacing pads. And what's really cool about these is this is a plant-based retin A. So maybe you've heard of retin A treatments that you can get from your dermatologist or from your doctor, and you have to really be careful using those. They're not really that safe. Whereas our Genius pads can be used nightly. They're, like I said, plant-based retin A. And they're going to help with skin tone, with the texture of your skin, with pigmentation, fine lines, the smoothness of your skin. And the plant-based retin A that we are using there in our Genius pads, this is the first time that it's been done, that a product has been created where it's plant-based. So it's really awesome. And we do have a whole separate presentation for skincare. And so if that's something that you ever want to look into, then we can talk about that, of course. And then just real quick, we also have a brand new line that is our Rescue and Renew Detox Body products. And so we have a wash, a body scrub, a mask, body oil, body soak, things like that. And these are made with essential oils. And of course, you can see there on the screen, the main ingredients are the dandelion extract, the turmeric extract, the ginger root extract, and all of these have a purpose. So they're helping to detoxify and promote the appearance of of your skin, the health of your skin. They help promote radiant looking skin, and they help counteract against dull or lackluster skin by just allowing your skin to be more radiant. And of course, you can see at the bottom, so many great things are included as ingredients: rosemary leaf and eucalyptus leaf and lavender flower and grapefruit peel, and so many great things. So that's just one of our newest lines that help detoxify our skin that we can, of course, if you have more questions about, we can talk about. And then basically my goal with sharing Arbonne is I want to help people live a healthier life. And I always love helping people get the best discount, because who wants to pay full price? I'm a bargain shopper. I definitely do not pay full price for basically anything. And so I'm just going to quickly share here as we're closing 3 ways that you can benefit from Arbonne. And the first is being a consultant with Arbonne, meaning you get to share products with your friends, with family, with new people that you meet, and you get to help them live a healthier life. And what's really cool about this is a business opportunity that years ago I knew nothing about. I was, not really interested because I didn't understand it. I, had my master's degree. I was teaching, doing things like that. But the more I learned about it, I realized how great it could actually be for me to be able to be flexible with my kids and to have time freedom and to have financial freedom. And as you can see there, you can start an Arbonne business for $79, which is awesome. But this month it's actually free to be a consultant with a qualifying order. In Arbonne, we just really focus on other people. We focus on serving people. And so, it may not even be a fit for you, but if you're wanting to learn a little bit more about that, then, we could grab, a dessert, a healthy dessert, or a cup of coffee, or just anything like that, just to learn a little bit more. I always think it's smart to just learn about other options that are out there, because, you don't want to say no to something that you really don't know about. And so that's something that can always be talked about. And it's really a lucrative business. You can go from earning a couple $100s a month, if that's what you want, to earning a 6-figure income. So it, truly transforms families. It helps moms come home. It helps retired dads. It provides an extra stream of income if there is a big impact. And so, right now, I always think about the fires in Northern California. I'm thinking of the stuff that happened in Houston and in Puerto Rico. Those people had very traumatic things happen to them. And so, it's proven that to have an extra stream of income or to have the stability of your finances really helps when stuff does, happen like that, traumatic things. And so I'm always looking for like-minded people who are motivated, who are excited about life, who want to help other people. And so, of course, if you're just even a little bit curious, then I would love to talk to you more about that side of it. Another thing that is a super fun way to be involved with Arbonne is by being a preferred client. And this is how you save a ton of money with products and things like that you might be interested in through Arbonne. So with our preferred client program, this is what most people do, and this allows them to save 20%. And it's also free this month to be a preferred client, which is a really cool thing. And what's neat about this is if you look at the bottom there, those are our special value packs. If you get one of those packs, that is your 40% off savings. And you also get free shipping. You also get a free full-size product of your choice from a list that I have. And then you're also going to get 20% off for the rest of the year from anything that you order. So it's a super easy way that Arbonne has set up for people to just get a really deep discount. And so you can, of course, ask about that if you're interested. And then lastly, another great way to be involved with Arbonne is to host an event. It can look just like this if you wanted to do something virtual, or it could also be in person. And we have an amazing host rewards program just for, sharing our products. You're going to get, free products, 80% off products. And it's just a fun, easy thing to put together. I do the work for you. And it just allows us to share Arbonne with others, other people that may benefit from our products. And so basically, this evening, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing that screen. And I'm going to unmute you. All right. Can you hear me still?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. So typically at this point, that last slide there, I ask people kind of whether they're a 1 or a 2 or a 3, and that just means kind of their interest level. That way I know how to help. And so, since we're one-on-one, why don't we just take a step back? And I know that was a lot of information, but hopefully, you learned something from that and just, kind of got some tidbits that, maybe you didn't know some of that stuff before. So overall, did you, pull up a few things out from what I talked about this evening?
Yeah, I found it interesting, and I was surprised that I did know a lot of it.
Awesome.
I try to stay away from unrefined carbs. I mean, I don't eat sugar, and so I kind of eat healthy. I mean, I do eat dairy.
Right.
I
Cheese.
do drink
Oh my
coffee.
gosh, cheese gets us all, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I should probably switch to tea, but and I don't eat soy, and I unsweetened almond milk.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
you've already incorporated a
mhm,
lot. So that's really great.
yeah. But is there like a catalog where you can just like buy a la carte?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, we do have those packages that you saw that, they do create a bigger savings, but absolutely everything comes individually. And so what I can definitely do even tomorrow, if you would like, is I could drop off some information along with the catalog into your mailbox, because I know that, lots of people, they just want to be able to look through it, kind of, read up on some of the products and a little bit more about the company. And so I could definitely bring you some information. Like I said, drop it off either on your front porch or your mailbox if that's something that you're interested in.
Yeah, if you could do that, that would be great. Because
Okay.
I usually go to the gym after work, so I don't usually get home till later. So I can give you my address.
Okay. Yeah. And let me grab, I don't even know if I have a pen around me. I have my phone here. Let me type it into my phone because you are in Woodlake, which is good, but I definitely will need a more specific address. And so let me bring up my notes here, notes section. All right. So what is the address?
It's 14303 Shelter Cove Road.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So yes, I will definitely, like I said, get the book and get some information that you can look over. And I'll also, my business card will be on there. So that way you have my phone number, you can text me if you have any questions. And, we'll just kind of go from here because, like I said, I definitely understand that you want to kind of look things over and, you're probably going to have a couple questions and I just want to be helpful in any way that I can.
Okay.
And I will tell you, what's really cool about our program is we start twice a month. So the first Monday of every month and the third Monday of every month. So if you did want to jump in with us, then our next date, I believe it's November the 2nd, I think, or the 1st. Or I don't know. It's something like that. It's that first Monday. I'll have to look it up again. But, if you did want to join in our focus group that we have on Facebook, then that's kind of when we would start the next group. But yeah, so I definitely appreciate you jumping in tonight and learning a little, just a little bit about something new. And
Yes.
I will just ask you real quick, have you ever heard of Arbonne before?
I have, but I didn't know what it was.
Right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize, like if they have heard of Arbonne, they don't realize that we have so many products. We have
Right.
the cosmetics, the baby care, the health and wellness. And so it's really neat to be able to share that with people because they're like, wow, I didn't realize that. And so, so that's great. So, okay, well, I will definitely let you know. Or let you go. I know it's getting a little bit late here, but once again, thank you so much for joining in tonight and learning a little bit. And I will drop off that information maybe on your front stoop because I feel like the mail comes late around here. At least mine does.
Oh.
So I would rather.
And don't. And
Well, sorry. Go ahead.
oh, the license plate, the mailbox will say Matt and Dawn.
Oh,
So
okay. Oh,
you'll know you're at the right house, Matt and Dawn.
okay. All right. So, but yeah, I'll just maybe just drop it on the front porch and then we can just go from there. And like I said, just, text me or call me and if you have any questions or whatnot, and I will be glad to help in any way that I can.
I really appreciate you doing this. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And have a great night and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, you have a good night too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.